Hello, hello. I feel like I need to shrink down. I've clearly got the angle of this slightly skewish. Now, there's a reason for that. Facebook have updated, or should that be Meta by Facebook by Meta. They've updated recently, so the screen that you go live from looks a little different. So for my visibility activator clients, private clients, and maybe you haven't done a live for a week or two, just be warned. Things have changed, but it's nothing to freak out about. And at the very worst, by all means, on your next call, let me know, and I'll do that thing where I show you through my phone on my screen. Anyway, I wanted to answer this question that, given at the time of posting this live, it's Tuesday, has become the question of the week. It's only Tuesday. My private clients have been asking me it. Some of my peers have been asking me this. And I spoke last week, and there was a little smattering of this question too. So I thought, where better than to share this, and who better than to share this with than the Visibility Vibes tribe. So the first thing I want to say is, my heart goes out to various members in this tribe who have lost loved ones recently. You know who you are. I'm not gonna voice it out on the video, but you know who you are. And for you gorgeous vibers who have supported and sent lovely messages and made gorgeous supportive comments, I thank you so much. It's part of what makes me proud to be part of this community. I consider myself a part of this community because we are. I know that there are some of you who are hurting at the loss of your lovely six-figure queen sister as well. My heart goes out to you. And it also goes to show how close and how connected we can be, even when we've only met people and interacted with people online. So if there's two lessons already from this, is number one, life is short, play full out. Even when you're scared, even when you've got a stack of videos on your phone, even when you're not sure what to do, even if you think you look funny, sound funny, not ready to be visible, worried about what people think, life is really short. Play full out. And the next thing that I really want to say from that piece is that even though this stuff is online, and so many of you have told me over the years, don't do Facebook or don't do online, don't do social media, it's not real. Ask a handful of us in this group who lost our beautiful six-figure queen sister recently, and even though, hello my lovely, what are you doing out of bed? But I'm gonna answer a question that you might be interested in this. But for those of you who are interacting with people online, for those of you who are putting yourself out there more online, whether it's video or Facebook Live, never, ever, ever underestimate the power of connection, even through the screen, even through your lens. It's powerful. There are your clients out there that haven't met you yet, that are getting introductions to you through social media. They're getting to know you, getting to like you, getting to trust you, and they will, when they're ready, jump in. But the topic of today is, how do you connect with more people, grow your audience online? Like I say, this is the question of the week because so many people have asked me this question. Just to repeat, peers, clients, connections, business besties, friends, accountability buddies have asked me this question. So I'm going to start off by letting you know I've been doing this for 11 years. So I've seen a few things change. I've seen what continues to work. I see what doesn't work anymore and what's become outdated. I've also seen what's forceful and also felt what just isn't what the ambitious yet driven, heart-centered business owner does. So I'm going to start by going through 5 things that you don't do, and I'll explain why. And if you're watching this live and you've got questions, by all means, type them in. If you're catching this on the replay, by all means, type your question. Start with a Q and ask a question on this. And if you've got another topic you'd like me to cover in here, I would love to. So I'm going to go through and explain First of all, what not to do and why, and how it kind of harms the growth. So the first way to grow your audience, most people will automatically look towards a Facebook ad. Now, in a way, this isn't a don't do this, but if you're looking to grow your audience, don't start here. Here's why. In order for you to have an ad campaign that's really effective, the message underneath needs to be crystal clear. You need to know exactly who your audience is and who you're speaking to. You need to know exactly where to find them. You'll need deeper insights into the language that your ideal people use. And a lot of people start ads because they think by throwing money at it, it's a quicker way to get more likes. And you might initially have more people like your page or follow you, but they will quickly drop off. One thing that I'm proud of is that my audience has been very organic. So whilst it's grown over the years, I very, very rarely lose big chunks of people from my audience. Not that I'm trying to keep them, but I very, very rarely lose big chunks of my audience. So if you're looking to rapidly grow your audience, be visible. Don't rely first of all on ads. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm going to say. The second thing that I'm going to say is, if you're looking to grow your audience, don't DM total strangers, and DM direct message or PM private message, or as the young folks say these days, slide into people's DMs. Don't do that. When you don't know somebody, it's exactly the same as back in the day, well, back in my old-fashioned days of cold calling. People aren't ready for you, they aren't expecting you, and most of all, if there's one point about sending private messages to people that you don't know, is when you DM somebody, when you send them a private message and they don't know you, they haven't had the chance to like you, know you, or trust you, you'll be met with silence, no answer, abuse, as sometimes happened. It's not the best way to start a relationship with somebody. And usually if you're privately messaging somebody that you don't know or people that you don't know, it's likely, as much as you think you've mastered it, you're going to sound like Pitchy McPitchy doing the Pitchy McPitch Fest. And you don't want that, because people will close down straight away. And even if what you have to offer them is really great, maybe you've seen them post in a group or something, they're now closed off and they don't want to know. They really don't want to know. So this is not a good strategy for growing your audience. Third thing not to do, tagging people in. Tagging people in your post so that you see, so that people that you tag in see it and so that their people see it is a terrible strategy. In fact, right here on Facebook, tagging was really created for the group photo, where you could tag the people in the photo so that they could identify themselves. It was never made for businesses or business owners or authors or speakers or consultants or freelancers. It was never made for any of you, any of us, to tag in loads of people so it forces them to see your stuff. Again, this is not a way to grow your audience, and you will very, very quickly get a reputation for being that person that pulls them in. It is exactly the same as if you opened your front door, saw some people passing by, maybe neighbours, so you kind of know them, you say hello, and you just drag them in your house. They would think you were slightly bonkers, so don't do that. That's why tagging people in doesn't work. Sharing your own page. I have so many conversations with my private clients about this. People talk about algorithms and they're all happy to know what the algorithms do until I tell them this, and it is this. When you share your own Facebook page, your own Facebook business page, to your own Facebook personal profile, the algorithms know that it's you sharing your own stuff. It's literally like you're going, hey, Jenny Kovacs, have you heard of this brilliant woman called the Queen of Being Seen? And then, no, I haven't. You should really go and like her. You're telling me I should really go and like her, that she's brilliant? Yes, and you've just wasted your own time having a conversation with yourself. What you're sharing on your social media should be so compelling to the people who are ideal to you, whether they already know of you or are, maybe somebody that's ideal for the future. It should be so compelling to them that they want to share your stuff with their friends. They want to share your page on their profile. They want to share your page as a private message. Like, think about this for a second. I bet you've all done this. You've all seen something, whether it's a joke or a prank, or whether it's a product or a service, a celebrity, somebody that you admire in the personal development industry. You all would have seen somebody and gone, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Sarah needs to see this, and shared it. And that's what you want to be doing on your page. Now, here's the ugly truth about this. And I have done this a few times over the years. If people don't seem interested in my content, I don't share it myself and hope that it builds momentum like a great big snowball. What I do is I have a look at my content and think, how can I make this a bit almost less boring? How can I make it stand out? How can I have the people that I really want to see this thing more compelled to see it? What I basically do is give myself a little consistency talk. Hey Jenny, I think you need to up your game. Yes, you do. I'm doing a lot of speaking to myself now. Maybe I'm going stir crazy already. So don't share from your own page, because it doesn't have more people see your stuff. You might think it does, but it doesn't. The best thing that you can do is go to your personal Facebook page and say, hey everyone, over on my business page, there's a party going on. Why don't you come over and have a look, and bring a friend while you're at it? And by the way, if your friend likes a sort of party with no alcohol at all, then they'll love this. Get them to come over. So you want to go to the places that you want people to actually go to your page, and tell them to go over to your page, but give them a reason why. I see a gazillion posts saying, hey, my page is, the queen of being seen. Go over and take a look. And there are a lot of what are known as sorters for difference. They'll in their head just go, why? Even when they like you, even when they know you, even when they trust you, why should I do this? They're busy enough as it is. So stop sharing your own page to your own personal profile. Get creative. Get things that stand out so that people will feel compelled to go over. And then the fifth thing to stop doing, before I give you some stuff that I would recommend that you do, is, those shouty, sweary, loudy, I've written down loudy. Those shouty, sweary, loudy people are shouty, sweary, loudy people. Don't feel like you have to become shouty, sweary and loudy just to have people at your page. Don't feel that you have to do things to make people, like force people to pop. Sorry, there's a car horn in the background there. I thought, where's that noise coming from? You don't have to shout, you don't have to swear, and you don't have to be loud. But if you are that person anyway, and you want to continue doing that, then do it. But be more you. Bright clothing, gimmicks, videos with swirly bits and patterns on it, all of those are great, but they don't necessarily bring people to your page. So you're saying, Jenny, enough of the lecture. And is that even making sense, what I've shared so far? If it is, just give me a thumbs up or a love heart or something like that. Hey, says Sophie. Hey, hey, hey. I'm waving at you. So if you want more people to like your Facebook page, your Instagram profile, your LinkedIn page, your Twitter account, your TikTok account, not that I'm on TikTok, or anywhere else, Pinterest or anything else like that, take some time to invite them human to human, heart to heart. So some of you are just getting started with your pages. Maybe you've had a kind of a smallish number of likes or followers to your Facebook page, for example, and you're looking to grow. So what you need to think of, number one, is who is your audience? How do I want to grow this? From a business perspective, and how can I show that I know what I'm talking about over there? I lovingly call this the ABC. For those of you that came to Get Visible, you've still got access to the recordings. If you haven't, let me know, but you've still got access to the recordings to the end of this year. go back and look at that ABC piece and dive in, okay? So you need to let people know, and it's not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. If you are a coach that works with women, then it's likely you want to let more women know. Let men know and say, this is a page for women. Who do you know? Let your women know and say, who do you know? But be very clear on exactly who it's for and why they would love it. Otherwise, if you're trying to sell pink hair to the people that have got blue hair and always want blue hair and never ever ever want to change blue hair, you'll end up exhausting yourself, running out of breath and hitting your head against a brick wall with frustration. Okay, so try that. So one of the things that I talk about is stopping the scroll. I'm not the only person to talk about this. I'll talk about this with clients and actually give them ideas. If you are looking at branding everything and it all looks very beige or all looks very pastel, when someone's scrolling through their phone, as demonstrated with my phone here, there's nothing to stop them that pops out. So it's great to have business stuff on your page, but sometimes share some personal stuff. You know, I don't know if you can see the rose behind my head. Look how big it is. It's like, I'm going to put my hand on it. It's the size of my hand. It's huge. It's true. I don't know why they suddenly went from being small to really big. I shared that, but I also know that picture will stop the scroll. Now, there are many people that go, roses, flowers, not interested in that, and keep going, and that's okay. But if you've got interesting things, you're not always beating people around the head about business, they will go to your page, they will go back to your page, they'll use it as a resource, and they will share it with people. So here's what I want you to do. Consider this your very long Tuesday tip. So I've got a message on my screen. Consider this your Tuesday tip. So what from this video are you going to take an action to do? Have a little think about it if you need to, but take something away from this video that you are going to do. And if you want to declare accountability, you do realise when you put a comment in this group, nobody else outside of this group sees it. Not your Aunt Maud, not your spouse, not the man or woman that you fancy, not your teacher, not your guru, nobody else. So whenever you put anything in here, not only will you find that you can hold yourself accountable, but you'll find a load of juicy vibers will hop on in and be supportive. I never tell people to do that. You will do it of your own accord because that's how you all roll, which is why I love you being part of this community. So what are you going to do from the things that I've said? Now, for some of you, it might be, oh, I need to stop doing this. And for others, it might be, yes, I need to start doing this. Or it might be a mixture of both. Stop doing this, start doing this thing. Okay? So those are just some things that you can do to grow your audience. Now, I'm going to let you know, because you're my community, from the 22nd, which I know is still quite a way away yet, I'm actually super organised, I'm going to be having a kind of a Black Friday type of sale, but because you're in my community, I'm actually going to let you get access to it earlier. There'll be all sorts of things from speaking out authentically, increasing your sales, looking at enhancing your speaking gigs. There'll be little bundles that never ever get sold in that way. So do look out for those, and if you're impatient like me and you want to get in early, just send me a message to my business page, either the Queen of Being Seen, or go to my websites, or wherever you want to message me, or message me in the comment below. Message I'm in, and what I'll do is I'll actually give you early access, and I'll give you like a pre-sale before the actual Black Friday sale price. And a lot of the things that are available in there will never ever be sold again after this one. So just thought I'd let you know that. But I wanted to leave you with one more tip, and some of you aren't going to like this. If you want to grow your audience and you're looking to do it quickly, you need to increase your activity. I will normally tell my clients to double your activities. If you're posting once a week, post twice. If you're posting twice a week, try to post like 4 times. And if you're posting once a day, then post twice a day. if you know that you really want to exponentially grow your audience and grow your list, I would say don't even double it, treble it, 5x it. So if you're already posting, as a rule of thumb, I would generally tend to post once a day, Monday to Friday, but you'll know if you follow me on Insta or on Facebook, I post at the weekends. Now, if I'm looking to grow my audience and have people seeing more of my work, my existing work, my new work, or just more about what I stand for, what I believe in and what I teach, then I will look to increase and expand that a couple of times a day, 3 times a day, maybe 4 times a day. Hey, from Sleaze, I get to say hello. I haven't been able to say that for a while. Hello. So just waving at you. Good to see you. So if you are looking, especially if you are starting, restarting, ramping up, looking for more new eyes, dedicate and be of service to the people that you know you want to serve and ramp it up. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to sit on social media 24/7, but it will mean you need to ramp it up. You will not grow your audience exponentially by posting once a week. You just won't. That's the ugly truth. You won't grow your audience just by posting a couple of times a week, and here's why. When you do that, your audience don't know when you'll be back. They don't know that they can trust you to be consistent and show up for them. And in the meantime, they'll be scrolling on somebody else who is. So, kind of new day, new start. How can you exponentially start to grow your list using the tips that I've shared here? If you've missed anything, definitely watch this back on the replay. It's going to be here for you. Just kind of save it on Facebook so that you can go back to it. If you've got questions about anything that I've said, I'm going to put my glasses on now and have a look to make sure I haven't missed any while I'm live. And if you are watching this and you're like, actually, I'd like to know about whatever the thing is, then type it in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a future one for you there. Frances is saying, it's been a while since I've heard that. She's cracking up laughing. And I'm sure New Baby would be like, who's that lady? I love it when I have mums and their babies watching, because it's like the babies grow up with me. So when I say hello, they say hello back. Apart from one client whose husband, when I used to say, hi, how are you doing to my client, if they were walking past, would think I was talking to them. Don't know why, but I love that as well. Anyway, that's it for now. That's my quite massive Tuesday tip. Hopefully helpful. Let me know what you do. Tell us what you're going to be doing to keep yourself accountable. And of course, we're here to support you. Can't wait to see what you do. Bye for now.